Hey everyone, welcome to another cooking video. Today we are gonna make the Strozzapreti pasta with some easy peasy broccoli sauce. First of all, the pasta that I'm using is for the Tariello Strozzapreti. Tariello is a local brand here in Iceland that is selling one of my favorite kind of pasta. To start the recipe, we need just very few ingredients: broccoli, parmesan, lemon, pasta, a little bit of oil, salt, pepper, and that's it. Over here we have a pot with water that I'm gonna boil my vegetables in and the pasta. First of all, I'm cutting the broccoli. So what I'm doing, I'm cutting it from the base up. There you go. Just cut it, put it on the side. The stem, it's very hard. It's good to use it for food, it's good to use it for salad. I usually prefer to keep it on the side and then use it for maybe a fresh coleslaw or just a fresh salad or whatever, so I'm not gonna throw it away. For those ones, I'm just gonna cut them as small as I can. There you go. I'm not gonna use all of it, I'm just gonna use half. Just because I'm making only one portion and there'll be a waste to use all of it. So over here, the water is boiling. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna add some salt in it. So keep in mind that we are going to use this water for both cooking the broccoli and cooking the pasta. So first we're going to start with the broccoli, and then you can use it for the pasta. It's just going to give extra flavor. You know, it's nothing wrong with that. The broccoli goes in. I'm putting a lid on and I'm going to let them cook for about 2 minutes. So over here I have a jug. I'm going to use this one to blend the broccoli. So I'm just going to let them boil for probably around like 1.5 minutes from now on. After that I'll put them inside, salt, pepper, a little bit of water, oil, and just blend them all over. Some lemon zest and lemon juice as well, just for extra flavor, and a bit of parmesan. This recipe could be considered easily a 5 minutes recipe. Most of it depends on the kind of pasta that you're using. In this case I'm using dry pasta, which usually takes around 8 to 9 minutes to cook, plus the time that takes for the broccoli. So in total I would say no more than 15 minutes. Alright, so the broccoli seems pretty cooked right now. You don't want to cook them too much because otherwise it's just gonna be, they're gonna lose color and it's gonna be very flavorless. So what I'm gonna do right now, just gonna take them out of the water. You see that color over there? We want to have at least half of that when we make the sauce, a very nice and green sauce. I'm just gonna put them inside. So there are still some leftovers in the water. That's not a big deal. We're just gonna add some pasta. So I'm gonna add around roughly around 100 grams. So I'm just gonna go by eye. Add some of the water to the broccoli, just to make a little bit of sauce. And there you go. It's time for blend. So cover your ears. Alright, now as you can see, the sauce is a little bit runny, a little bit liquid, but that's wanted because I'm gonna add some parmesan to it, and that's just get it a bit firmer. Some cheese here on the chopping board. For this recipe, right now I'm doing it just with the broccoli, but usually you can add some, or let's say in the traditional recipe, you can add some anchovies to it, and that will just give extra flavor. I love anchovies, but I happen not to have them right now, so I'm just gonna use some broccoli. Now, we're gonna try it out and see if it's missing any salt, any pepper. We haven't had any so far, so it's gonna miss something. A little bit of black pepper, not too much. 1 garlic clove. I like to cut it in half. I remove the central part. The central part is the one that gives you the dragon breath after you eat it, and it's a stronger one, so I don't want that. And at this point, I'm gonna add some fresh parsley to the mix and a drizzle of olive oil. we have the sauce ready. The pasta is boiling. I have my pan here that I will use for the sauce. Right, we're gonna add our sauce. As you can see, it's very green. That's exactly the color I wanted. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna chop some more fresh parsley to have at the end to add on top. I'm gonna chop it. I'm gonna prepare my dish. In the meantime, the pasta seems almost cooked. We don't want to cook it all the way through in the water. We want to cook it, let's say 90% in the water and then the rest in the sauce. In that way, the pasta can absorb the sauce and it's gonna be tastier. The pasta is cooking, I think it's almost done. The sauce is ready. So what I'm gonna do right now, stop the fire, have the pasta inside. Oh, look at that. And the last one. There you go. Now, switch on the fire, give it a good mix. Look at that, how colorful and how nice looking it is. Whenever I look at it, I just think about summer, think about spring, think about, you know, colors and freshness, and look at that. I'm gonna give it a mix, add some parsley, and mix it all around, you know. Maybe a little bit of extra water. Let it cook for a little bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna zest some lemon inside. So it's nice to have fresh lemon zest. Alright, we go with the parmesan. Simple recipe, nothing fancy about it, nothing crazy. Just, you know, when you're home alone and you want to cook something delicious, quick, maybe have a glass of white wine nearby, or red wine if you prefer, or why not, maybe a glass of beer. There you go. I'm just gonna finish it with some parsley here and there. We need to give an extra touch of color, and you know, when you're cooking, the eyes want its part, so it's always nice to eat something that looks good. A little bit of lemon zest and a little bit of olive oil on top. And there you go, this is my strozzapreti with broccoli pesto and parsley. Enjoy!